Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am back with a Can I Blank This Shit video. This one is going to be Can I Glue This Shit or Mod Podge This Shit? Not sure what I'm calling it yet. Once upon a time, I did a video where I picked up a cheapy $1 tote bag at Dollar Tree and I sewed fabric on it. I will link down below to that video and it'll also show up on the end screen at the end of this video. I think maybe during that video I mentioned that I would like to do a no-sew project with one of these tote bags, but my Dollar Tree ran out of these tote bags. They have them now. I actually picked this up probably a month ago or so, and I'm finally getting around to doing this. Before you give me 1,001 suggestions, I'm going to be using Mod Podge because I am purposely testing Mod Podge to see how it will work with fabric and a tote bag. I know there are 1,000,001 glues you can use. There are specific fabric glues. You could probably use E6000. You can use whatever you want, but the purpose of this video is to test Mod Podge and fabric on a plastic tote bag. So that's what we're going to do. At first, I wanted to cover this tote with some of my crumb quilt blocks that I haven't even squared up yet. But I think it's pretty thick. Not only would it take a lot of Mod Podge to glue it down, but it could take forever to dry. So I think we're going to skip that. Then I was going to use like crumbs and even my tiniest of crumbs, but it would take a huge ass bag of tiny crumbs to cover this tote, so I don't have the time for that. Also, it would just be very time consuming to lay all those little crumbs down and make sure they're all covered with Mod Podge, but it's something you might want to try. The other option would be to use bigger crumbs, but again, for the sake of this video and the time it would take for me to make the puzzle on both sides of this baby, I'm going to skip that. So I'm just going to do boring strips for the sake of time. I am going to go get a paintbrush and I will be right back. I'm going to try this angle. We'll see how that works for us. And I want to just remove this. I picked a bag with black straps. I grabbed a big ass brush, a medium ass brush, and a soft ass sponge. I don't know exactly what I'll be using. I was going to go ahead and press this, but I think the Mod Podge will just flatten it out. It happens that this strip, would be nice if it was a little bit wider, just a little bit for the edge. Let me get something wider. I'm just going with what I have available. I'm not picking things in particular that I like better than other fabrics. My thinking is I will have this one wrap over, and then on the other side, the fabric can just lay on top and kind of cover that. Hang on. I have no idea where I left off, and I am expecting another call, so we're just going to do what we can. I think I was going to start putting Mod Podge on here. I don't know if I'm going to use my big-ass brush or my soft-ass sponge. I'm a brush kind of girl. Let's just slap this on here. Whoops, I made a messy. I'm going to put it on pretty thick. Let's see how this is going to go. I guess I'm going to cut the selvage off. Just going to tuck that under there the best that I can. And now we're going to put Mod Podge on top of that. I have no clue how this is going to turn out. I'm not very hopeful. Even though my mother's door is shut, I can hear her TV because she keeps it quite loud. Okay, that's not as easy as I thought it would be. Is that going to adhere to that at all? I don't think so, because it really wants to pull up. I wonder if I need to have a lot more under there. Let's do the other side, and let's do a lot more on the other side. I'm doing such a shitty job. I got Mod Podge on there. Let me get a cloth, just a damp cloth. I got more Mod Podge there off my fingers. For this side, let's really load it on. The hardest part for me is the fact that I have to deal with this strap. It might be easier to do on a tote that doesn't have a strap like that. I'm back again. Let's get this show on the road. I'm really slapping this on here. Maybe I'll do something different on the back side. Maybe we can do magazine pages. Just think it would be easier than this. These straps are really bothering me. Maybe I could go over that with something after. That side came out good. This side didn't, not so much. This might need the help of a hairdryer to dry a little bit more. What can we do in the center while waiting? I don't know if I want to do fabric again. It seems to be kind of a pain in the ass. You know, if I start with a fabric with a clean edge, I can just put that like up against it. You know what I thought? I'm going to cut a little bit longer here. I'm going to put some Mod Podge. Where's my big ass brush? I'm going to put some Mod Podge here on the bottom and just fold that over and make a clean edge. Okay. I could have even done that on the side if I wanted to. Put some of this here. Okay, not bad. I still don't know though if it's going to stick to the plastic. I just don't know. Let's do the same over here. I will say, Mod Podge is awesome for a gazillion things, and there are so many different kinds of Mod Podge. There is actually Mod Podge for fabric. I just don't happen to have that one. But I will have some links down below. I created a list of links once upon a time on a different video, and I will go find those links for you. For, I believe I found this on Amazon and Walmart.com. And there's just a whole bunch of different Mod Podges, so do go check out those links. I need something in the center. Okay, that's going to be long enough. Let's get some Mod Podge on here. You can buy Mod Podge by the gallon. And some people say, oh, you can make it with white glue and water. No, that is watered down glue. That is nothing like Mod Podge. You want Mod Podge, you gotta buy Mod Podge. And I don't know of any knockoffs for Mod Podge. I have looked. Alright. I could have straightened that out, but you know, at this point, I just want to get done. I might stop at just this side for this video. That makes sense. And then if it works out okay, I can finish on another video, or we can experiment with something else. And the reason I'm putting this on top is because this is a sealant. It is not waterproof, but it is certainly water resistant. And I'm not caring anymore if I get it on the black because it's going to dry clear anyway. I am doing a terrible job. I will admit that. That's why you watch me. I have a feeling none of this is going to stay down. I don't think I had enough Mod Podge on the other side. I am going to take this to my bathroom and use a hairdryer on it for a little bit just so I can hopefully speed up this process. I'll be right back. This is not working at all. This stuff is just drying and it just wants to come right off. So this is going to be our very first Can I Blank This Shit that is a complete fail. But you know what? I wanted to try it and I'm glad I did. So here's what I'm doing. I'm taking this stuff off. I am not throwing this away because I'm sure I can find something to do with this. It will be very stiff once it's dry. Where do I put it? I gotta go get some newspaper or something to lay this on. I'm just taking these off. And I guess I could just clean this up a little bit. doesn't really matter. And I think I'm just stopping at this. We did not succeed at all. And that really was the whole point of this series. We can't always get it to work, right? I really thought it would stick better. Now, I know if I wanted to stick fabric to plastic, I would not be using Mod Podge. I would use some kind of fabric glue or the E6000 or whatever. But once again, the whole point of this was to see if this would work. If maybe, just maybe, it would. It didn't. So we're going to keep this bag. We're going to do something else. And you know what? I have some denim on the way. Maybe we can cover this with denim. That might be cool. Or cut up some old jeans and play with old jeans on this and try the E6000 glue and see how that works. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry that this might have been a big disappointment, but the whole process was fun and I enjoyed it. I'll be back with more soon. Bye!